Good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. I want to begin with a question. What is life really like? We all have dreams about what our lives will be like, particularly when we're younger. And we strive toward those dreams. We strive to find happiness, to find significance. And yet in truth, in real truth, much of life is made up of repetitive tasks, repetitive little tasks. Big and important things are quite rare. And when they do happen, they don't last particularly long. They don't take up much time at all. A wedding, a funeral, Christmas, a holiday. They are all big events. But in no time at all, they're over, and we are back to the mundane aspects of life. We're back to the repetitive little things. When we notice this, we might think that life is meaningless and ask God to make sure that He gives us something more significant to do than the dreary drudgery of an ordinary life. But think about the mere task of putting clothes away. This is an insignificant chore, and while we do it, we are often anxiously anticipating the next big thing that we are preparing for. We're tidying up the house for the arrival of Christmas guests. And we want to get this chore over so that we can be as ready for Christmas as we possibly can, or ready for a visitor, or ready to go away on holiday. But a big thing is really made up of many little things which lead up to it. For instance, a wedding is made up of so many little things which lead to the day. Or going away on holiday, there are many little things that lead up to the departure. There seems to be so much that we have to just get out of the way before we can be ready for the next big thing. And so our minds then are always on that next big thing. Christmas, or whatever it might be. And so we pay very little attention to the small things. And we may find ourselves becoming increasingly anxious about this big thing that's looming in the future. The mind creates this looming monster of a big thing. But the big thing is really a series of little things, one little step at a time. But most of the time, we are striving to get to the future. We're striving to get married. We're striving to find a partner. We're striving to finish university. We're striving to go on holiday. We're striving to have a wonderful Christmas. There's so much to get out of the way before the big thing arrives. And so we pay very little attention to the little things we are doing as we focus on this important thing that's in our future that's coming soon. Probably 90% of our lives are made up of little things, the seemingly mundane, while we wait for 10% of our lives to come along. Folding clothes can be pleasant. There is a stillness to that activity. There is a rhythm to it. There is a sense of achievement as you place the clothes away. So if 90% of your life is made up of these tasks, you need to become aware of what you are doing. You need to be present to the God who is with you in these small things. If we become conscious of the presence of God in the small things of life, then folding clothes is not just a means to an end. And when the end is more important than the means, then we'll always be waiting for the next big thing and the next big thing. Christmas comes and Christmas goes, and then what's the next big thing that we have to prepare for? If striving towards the next thing absorbs 80 to 90% of our attention, then we only have 10 to 20% of our attention left to live our real lives. The lives here, today, in this moment with God. If you think about it, we do not regard the present moment in a friendly way. Often we are in conflict with it. We don't want to be here. We want to be somewhere else. It's too hot. It's too cold. I'm too hungry. I'm too full. The food is awful. I wish they would hurry up. We are always in conflict with the present moment. We live in a denying relationship with it. Yet, this is our life. This is your life. And it's this conflictual and denying attitude towards life that makes you unhappy. Billions of people live this way, and so we live in an unhappy, negative culture. And this seeps into all aspects of life. It seeps into customer service. It seeps into education. It seeps into the services that are provided for us in the municipalities. It seeps into government. So when society starts to unravel, it is usually because we are no longer happy with life as it is. We're no longer happy with life and with God in the present moment. And if you want to change society, you have to change relationships with God and with your life and with my life. So be present to the small things as you prepare for Christmas this year. Be present to God, who is right there in the midst of your Christmas preparations. Go well. Be blessed. Amen.